Hello, everyone. This is Dave Johnson channeling the man in the moon. Today I'm going to take a look at Biden. I want to see about the next election. Is it going to go through that he runs? I have to tell you, I kind of hesitated on this question for a while because he is quite old, and I didn't really want to know if something would happen to him before the next election. And I just want to point that out because I just think it's really important to note. I often tell Spirit, I don't want to know when somebody's passing. I think it's okay if it's a political figure in some circumstances, but I certainly didn't want to know in Biden's case. I was honestly just a little bit worried it might be true. So I'm getting over that worry. And again, I'm going to tell Spirit if they're passing, I don't want to know. Right. So we might not get that information. I should tell you, I don't feel like he will pass before the election at this very second. That's just me speaking. Let me take a look though for Spirit. How's the election going to go? Let's just ask this. Will Biden run? Yes. Okay, not much to say. He's literally running in my image. He's running. He's running pretty fast for an old guy. He seems actually delighted. Again, that's kind of surprising. He doesn't seem winded at all. Not even a little bit. In a way, I get the feeling he's kind of enjoying it. It's quite surprising. He is way more energetic than I thought. He's running. Okay, so there is something about Kamala Harris. He's kind of stopped and thinking about Kamala Harris, and he's not so sure about her as a running mate. He's considering from the advice that he's getting the replacement, but I kind of get a good old Joe feeling that he's not going to abandon her now just because some people don't like her. It kind of gives me a feeling that he's loyal, but he does have to think about this for the politics of the future. So has he decided? He says he looks and he goes, yeah, I decided, but he's looking very pensive. It's almost like he says, yeah, we will move forward with her, but I have some worries about this. It's a little bit like they're having a conversation. He's like, look, could you be, it's like when your manager says, could you just change this about the way you're acting a little bit? And you're kind of like, well, yeah, okay. There's a little bit of that. I have to say, I don't think that a lot of the criticism of her is totally fair. We haven't really seen her do much. So that might be a criticism, but you know, no vice president does much. They're usually just on hand in case the president dies. So it really isn't fair entirely to blow her off. But I know that people just don't like her for a variety of reasons. I also want to take a look here at how the election's going for the Republicans. They're all like holding their noses. I see a bunch of the Republican senators just going, "Oh God, this is going to be a stinker." They're just going, "Oh no!" And now we're going to have to. Now they're watching DeSantis fight Trump, and this is just the worst case scenario for these guys. They're just like, "Oh God, all of our gains." It used to be that a Republican would never attack another Republican, which I don't think is a good thing. You should be able to critique each other. But the Republicans set this sort of, ultimate pact in motion a while ago. But some of them are just like, oh my God, this is exploding. Yeah. And it's a really weird, it's like DeSantis throws these sort of lightning bolts, but not directly at Trump. So they're kind of at Trump, but they're not direct because he can't. And it's really complicated and it's really, really hard. And, it's just this thing where it's just very difficult. Trump is more direct and more like the lightning bolts kind of go all encompassing all around him, which is pissing DeSantis off. It's truly making him angry, but he doesn't have the enemy. So he doesn't know what to do. Ooh, and it's gonna be ugly, guys. It's gonna be really ugly. So what else happens here? It's going to be also a really, like, I see Trump winning, and then I see DeSantis, and it just like gonna be just a mess. And it's like they always get attention by the ones yelling the loudest and being the most macho and stuff like that. Well, this is going on. Here's this little, yeah, Nikki Haley here being nice, and I like don't pay attention to her. It's sort of like, in the mud fest, they're looking at the worldwide wrestlers. They're not looking at the woman holding the little card here, which is kind of what she's like. The idea of being nice and thorough and Republican, and it's just gone. There's no niceness about this. It's just these macho sort of, like, it's like two sumo wrestlers throwing down. There's lots of hot air, but everybody's paying attention to them because that's the way that it works. Fox News is having a problem. Like, which guy do we back? They don't know. Usually they're slinging the mud. They don't know if they should sling mud at DeSantis. After all, he might be the next president. They sling mud at Trump. He was supported. They don't know what to do. This is going to cause a tremendous disarray in the Republican Party. And that's why Joe Biden is smiling. I have to tell you, as I'm looking at this image, I feel a lot more confident about Biden because the Republican Party is in total disarray. And I would say that it is at war with each other. They're just fighting. And the more they do this, the more that people will see them only as people who argue, as basically thugs. I often see Christmas trees in my work. I don't know why, but I'm seeing a Christmas tree, and I'm seeing like a close-up of one of the bulbs, that hang from the tree, one of the balls, and it breaks. There's a Christmas tree with lights, and then there's a Christmas tree without lights. Spirit, is this about the Republican Party? Yeah, it's like this energy. So imagine the trees going like blink, 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 blink on and off, but it's starting to lose its blinkiness, that thing which attracts us to lights, the neon of blinking on and off. Well, now it's gone down to a sort of fading light. And I think this is the Republican Party. Now, here's an interesting image. Guess who's under the tree with a present? Merrick Garland. Wow. So I think there's some hope for optimism. I think I saw Christmas before as a time when something would happen. And I'm thinking that it is this coming Christmas that something will come up along the lines of Trump's indictment. So looking forward to that one. Thanks so much for watching.